All right, so what's up, everybody? This is Maury from the Performance Lab. We're here with Adam Landecker from Baseball Specific Training. We want to start doing these videos more for people to one of the top trainers in the area, at least for understanding what you need out of a baseball player. So tell us a little bit more about what you do at Baseball Specific Training.
So yeah, Baseball Specific Training, our motto is test your limits.
Yeah.
And we want to be able to transfer the weight room performance to the field. And I feel like that kind of lacks in a lot of different areas. So we're really trying to emulate baseball movements that directly correlate to baseball so you can have better performance on the field.
Awesome, yeah. And one of the things we talked about wanting to do is to kind of give some exercises about what do we do for baseball players that could really, be beneficial. So, let's go ahead and start off with that.
Yeah, so one of our lower body exercises we really like doing is a single leg pistol squat because it emulates the load of a pitcher, and you got to be strong to get out of that load as a pitcher. So the biggest thing is that when you get into the hip flexion and hip abduction of the load, we're trying to drive linear towards home plate. That's how you produce more power, and that's how you get the most power out of your pitching, and you're very efficient with that movement. But you see a lot of kids and a lot of amateur pitchers who are told, hey, bend your back leg, do this with your leg. But the issue is that if you're not strong enough to hold that position, the hip flexion, the hip abduction, that power from the leg load is going to come down and it's going straight back up because you're not able to support yourself with that.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing is being strong in that position.
Yeah. And going off of that, it really does help really all the positions of baseball, because being able to have that really good ankle range of motion as well as the core activation, the glutes, stuff like that, just the complete ability to even accomplish that exercise is a very, very skillful exercise. So I think that's an excellent one. Another one that I wanted to talk about is the overhead kettlebell. So you just take the kettlebell bottoms up, so you'll grab it by the handle, you flip it upside down, and then from there, if you press up overhead and kind of hold that position, keeping that scapula or shoulder blade in the back as down as far as you can, keeping that elbow straight, and really most importantly making it so your spine is straight. So you don't want to be arching, you want to keep that core on, keep that glute activated while doing the exercise. And for really any overhead athletes, that is such a great exercise. Or just people if you have shoulder problems or back problems, I mean, so good.
Yeah, and Maury and I talked about this exercise about 3 weeks ago, and I've incorporated it into our programs at BST. And we've seen a lot of benefits out of it, especially in that overhead position, because baseball throwers were always in this position all the time. And I've seen a lot of guys who are unable to stabilize at the top. So therefore, we need to work on stabilization of the shoulder, and it also correlates to grip strength.
One of the things that I feel like has been happening within the baseball community is we haven't been really putting enough time and energy into the weight room and really developing that strength side. It's always been kind of skill development. So maybe talk a little bit about, baseball specific training. How do you help develop those skills and then also put that strength into it as well?
Definitely. For the longest time, it's been taboo to strength and condition and weight lift in baseball. And now finally baseball's starting to come around, and you're seeing more athletes in the game of baseball. Yeah. Guys are bigger, faster, stronger. So it's good. And because prior, a lot of people were saying, hey, you know what, as a pitcher, you shouldn't be lifting. You shouldn't be doing any overhead exercises with weight. But in reality of it is that there's these amateur pitchers now are throwing so much, and that if you have no strength in your shoulder, your forearm, you're really not able to protect your arm. So you have to be strong in those areas to be able to compete at the highest level.
Yep. And I'm sure, so for everybody watching, we want to be able to make it so we can get to you as easy as possible. So how do we do that?
Definitely. You can check us out at baseballspecifictraining.com. We have Facebook page, Baseball Specific Training, Instagram, Baseball Specific Training, Twitter, and Snapchat at BS Training. So look forward to seeing everybody, and look forward to doing more content for you guys.
Yeah, no, it's going to be fun. We're going to start doing this a lot more, and because Adam obviously has a lot of great ideas, and we'll be able to go a lot deeper into how can we develop better baseball players, and what does he do within his training. So if you're in the area and want to try Adam out, he's offering a free consultation to anybody. So he'll come in, look at things like mechanics and how you're moving, how you're running, things like that, and can see tell you some things of what you really need to improve on. And again, it'll be free, and really a great opportunity. So thanks again, Adam, for being on here, and we'll see you guys soon.